Hi Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your March 2021 career and money reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading and clear the energy space, once again, a reminder not to be scammed by anybody in the comment box pretending to be me, offering you a reading. That person is not me. I will not be soliciting you for anything. Do not be scammed. With that said, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Now let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Aries, March 2021, money and career. 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 Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Awesome. Let's see. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. And now let's see your chakra energy. Aries, March 2021, money and career. Aries, March 2021, money and career. Aries, March 2021, money and career. Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. Oh, 4. Okay. That was so funny. I got from spirit, like, stop. And so I stopped and I thought, oh, it's just going to be 2. And then it's like, shuffle one more time, or, and then the 2 more that needed to come out came out. So that's really quite beautiful. Let's start with these ones. So we have the crown chakra, peace. And during these times, isn't that what we need to be filling our minds with? A peace, a sense of, power and purpose and understanding and centering, because we can be swept away with everything and with the fear of things during these times. And then we have forgiveness, the heart chakra, and that's a huge one. Okay. We have angels and masters, angels and spirit guides and divinity. This is This is being protective. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. And then finally, we have psychic development. And this is the third eye chakra. Okay. So let's see how this all correlates in with the tarot. We start off here with the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. That's beautiful. I love that. That progression is absolutely glorious. We have the Artist. Okay, this deck has 2 extra major arcana cards to it. And it is just, it's just an exquisite, very gentle, beautiful deck. I really like it. And, with money and career, yes, we could use one of the more, intense decks. But I really am feeling from Spirit that this is a time to kind of step back and step into our power. And we have the Star. So that's what's crowning, this. This is at the arc of our achievements during this time. And then we have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. Oh, and of course, the Star is Aquarius energy, January 20th to February 18th. And Cancer energy is June 21st to July 22nd. And then we have the 10 of Wands. You have the repeat of the number 10. This is towards what you love. This is also towards your hard work, your passion, and your kind of due diligence in things. It brings us to the Emperor, which is you, and the Queen of Pentacles, prosperity, wealth, and abundance. And oh my gosh, if you see right here, right on her little brooch right there, it could be seen as a ram. You could see it as a bull, you could see it as a ram, whatever, suits your fancy. But that's really cool because it's right at your heart is this planting of a seed of prosperity and success. So this has me excited for you, Aries. I mean, this is like, well done, well done. So of course, the Emperor represents you, Aries, in the major arcana. Excuse me. Okay, let's start off with your chakra energy. So we're going to start off with peace. Now, why is peace important? Well, you're opening up your heart to forgiveness. So the first way to open up the heart to forgiveness is to embrace a sense of peace, a sense of coming together, a sense of understanding, a sense of what am I crowning myself with? So when we have the crown chakra, these are our thoughts. And we think, oh, I'm just thinking, I'm just thinking thoughts. I'm just, asking questions or not asking questions. And what does it matter? Our thoughts are how we feed our mind, most definitely, how we feed our soul, how we see our prosperity, how we move forward. So the crown chakra here is saying it is time to crown ourselves with peace. Instead of being nihilistic about things, which it is so easy to be nihilistic, fatalistic. It's like, why does it even matter? It's so hard. Things are so overwhelming. But there's a sense here of, no, I am looking towards my prosperity. I am looking towards my bounty. I am seeing hope where others see hopelessness. And I'm changing the narrative. I really am claiming my story from other people's hands. And as we claim our stories here, as we, embrace our voice and we say, but this is my peace. This is my hope. This is my joy. This is my love. This is myself. And it is important. And to have that as our passionate crown, as to have that as our guiding light during this time is so terribly important because it leads us to the heart chakra. It leads us to forgiveness. So much of the forgiveness is, yes, we can forgive other people. And that's awesome. Forgiving other people is always good. And sometimes it's very altruistic and it makes us feel like a really big, better person to say, well, I forgave them. What they did doesn't hurt me the way it once did. But a lot of times it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you forgave that person. They don't care. They either don't care, they don't get it, they don't understand the pain that they caused. But to forgive ourselves for being put in that financial situation, to forgive ourselves for, hoping and believing that everything would work out, to forgive ourselves for taking the harder road, where we see now easier roads in hindsight. That's huge. Believe me, as somebody who has lost everything and started again with worn out tools and had to swallow pride and just keep on going, that forgiveness is paramount to success, is paramount to saying, yes, I can. When deep down inside, you just want to say, no, I can't. I already screwed it up. So here, embracing the heart chakra is to embrace your passion and your power and your beauty and your love. And that's where the peace comes from, because it's looking at the self and it's looking at the decisions made and the hardships had. And it's saying, I forgive me. I open up my heart to my angels, to my spirit guides, to divinity with the soul star chakra. And I let forward prosperity and abundance and bounty. I let them wrap me in the cocoon of their wings. And I know that I am protected. I know that I am healing. Even if every single morning I wake up and it has to be, a little bit of a battle, a little bit of putting on the armor to face the day. Or, yeah, that's what it's feeling like here. And it's also because you are the warrior, okay? As the emperor, as Aries, you are represented in astrology and in Greek mythology as the god of war, who, of course, became Mars in Roman mythology. So you are represented as a god that was felt to be in the ancient world absolutely positively important, because that's how the world was run, by wars and battles. And so here, where you're being protected so that you can put on your armor, so that you can go after what you want, so that you can have your happily ever after and see your successes coming in and start to kind of sketch out the landscape of your desires and your wishes. It leads you to a psychic development. It leads you to the opening of your third eye as you know you are protected, and seeing what before felt like you would never see, felt insurmountable to know, made you think, oh, well, I can't trust my psychic inclinations, my spiritual understanding. That's going to be silly. Who does that? Who sits there and listens to their guts and their soul and their angels and their spirit guides. We want facts. We want cold hard proof. And in this world, certainties aren't certain. And so here, there is a sense of looking inward. There is a sense of listening to that voice. There is a sense of being seen, that you are cradled. Just as the wings wrap around you, there is this cradling of you. And it is saying that there are blessings to you, Aries, that are hard for you to see during this time, but that others see within you. Now, does this mean that they want to rip you down and say, no, you can't see this, no, you can't say this, no, you can't be this? Of course. Absolutely. Because so much of the world comes from a lack mentality. If you have it, then I lack it. And that's not true at all. With the 9 of Cups, there is a sense of, this is my passion, these are my wishes, this is what I desire. I mean, you have 2 wish cards here. So the wish of your soul is being heard. The 9 of Cups can also be kind of like the cross the fingers wish, where you start to see things coming to a head, coming forward, because you've crossed your fingers. You start to, you've wished on it, you've meditated on it, you've prayed on it, and it's like, oh, it's coming, isn't it? There is this way forward. There is this power, there is this truth, there is this brilliance, and it gets to lead me to my happily ever after. And so often we think of our happily ever after as having to be something extraordinary. We would have to have the most glitzy, glamorous, whatever. So much of our happily ever after, if you look here, it's just a couple with their child in the wilderness, under a tree. It doesn't have to be something elaborately extraordinary, though it can be. It's finding happiness within your soul. It's looking at that peace. And it's starting to see the blessings that are around you, what you have been, kind of satisfied to accomplish. And it doesn't mean that it has to be right now, but it's kind of like looking back at your life, and instead of saying, did that wrong, can't believe I messed up there, which everybody can do, start saying, hey, I did that right. I took that risk, that has to count for something. I pushed that way forward. And so then the 10 of Cups becomes, what is your idea of happiness? When we think of happiness, we know what the world thinks of happiness. We know what the movies try to sell us. We know what Disney sees as happiness. We know what the rom-coms see as happiness. We know it, right? But what is the happiness for you? What is the prosperity for you? And this is a time And it's not being selfish and it's not being egotistical. This is a time where a lot of what has been shown is like, okay, I need to position myself. I need to look at what I want and go after it. Because nothing is as certain as I thought it was going to be. And I need to stand in my truth and be brave. And it's really, really funny because I've started doing the Wim Hof breathing exercises, and I do them before the readings. But I also started with the 30 seconds of ice cold shower in the morning. And I have to tell you, I hate it. Also because I tend to run very, very cold. And the cold was seeping into my bones and it was terrible. So I started with that and then, have a hot shower. But that act of bravery, just every single day, and it's so silly because it's only 30 seconds and I can't wait for my timer to go off, has made me braver within my life. And that's what I'm seeing here. I'm just seeing that cascade of ice cold water. And it's saying, now it is time to be brave for what you desire, for what you love, for what you want, because there's a power to you. And there are people who are going to want to take you by eyes and say, but I want this. And that's great. You can want whatever you want to want. But you get to have this. Those people can want whatever they want. This gets to be yours. And then you have the artist, you have the creator, you have the contemplator, you have the person that is seeing. And this grounds you because there is a sense of artistry to your life. There is a sense of beauty and of comprehension and of looking at things more deeply, more honestly, more truthfully, more powerfully, and you are embracing the art of you. And as we embrace the art of us, Aries, as we open up that door, as we take in the beauty of the knowledge of the world, it's kind of like being surprised by the beauty of a sunset every single day. And it sounds silly, but I know I do this every single day. I'm like, oh my gosh, that sunset is so beautiful. So absolutely beautiful. Looking at the sky, seeing the beauty in things. Knowing that, yes, there's pain and there's suffering and there's horror everywhere. There is. But it's starting to look at the beauty because that's bringing the peace. That's centering you within your angels. That's having you see things in a new way, because if your mind isn't focused on the fear and the anger and the chaos, it opens you to saying, this is me. This is who I need to be. This is the part of my soul that I need to listen to. And it brings us to the star. The brightest star within the sky. The highest form of man's perfection. It brings us to our aspirations. When we look up at the stars. When we say, wow, this is exquisite, or this is untouchable beauty. That's what we're seeing here. We're seeing ourselves embrace the untouchable beauty that we thought was a part of life. And you might say, well, how does this work with money and career? It works because there's a shift here going on, Aries, and it's bringing you power and prosperity. And that's what this whole reading is rooted in. But it comes first from not always seeing the blessings, but saying, what is it that I want? What is it that brings me happiness and joy and prosperity? And what is the beauty that I get to capture within my world? And how is it that I can reach higher? It's not, we might say, oh, well, reaching higher is being greedy. No, it's not. It's saying there is more out there than we could ever have imagined. So why cannot I reach higher, go after, dream and become, express and embrace? And it doesn't matter where you are in your career trajectory, right? It doesn't matter if you're doing a job and you sit there and you think, oh my gosh, if I have to do this for the rest of my life, I'm going to scream. Because if you start to focus on things that bring you joy, that, speak to your heart, your soul on the side, you can see that change. The job might just be to pay the bills, to put food on the table, and that is honorable. We tend to forget that that is honorable. The beauty comes, the passion comes because we focus on it, because we give time to focus on it. We give time to say, what does my heart want? What does my soul want? Where is it that I want to be? And the job that pays the bills helps to bring the dreams. And whether we keep the job that just pays the bills our whole entire lives, that's still okay. Because there is a sense here of working towards something exquisite, working towards happiness that soothes the soul and invigorates the life. And when we have the Chariot, you have the night and the day. You have the subconscious and the conscious coming together. You have the sense of victory, of triumph, of, of looking at what we desire, of saying, now is my time. It is time to move forward. There is something that we've been on the fence about. There is something that seems out of reach or overwhelming. And now it's time to say, I have to go forward. I have to embrace my bravery. I have to go after this. And I have to open up the door. And it can be just kind of like jotting down an idea. Keep a little idea journal with you, or keep a note page on your phone open so that you can jot down ideas. Keep an ongoing conversation with Spirit. Well, how am I supposed to move forward? And what does this mean? And, where do you want me to go? And what do you want me to do? And you might think, well, you're just talking to yourself. Well, so what if you are? Keep the conversation going. Keep the wisdom coming in, because it's going to bring you into your holistic self. It's going to let you connect with the psychic element of being and say, but this is how I need to move forward. This is where I need to be for me. This is what I desire for myself. And it takes the burdens, because all of this is because we carry with us the burdens of existence, the burdens of our dreams. We've put upon our backs, our hopes and our desires. And we say, when it's perfect, when the ground is perfect, when everything is perfect, I'll start building. And what Divinity is saying quite loudly here is that if you wait for it to be perfect, you will die with your dream within you. It will never be perfect. It never will be. It is time to light the fires of success. It is time to ignite the dreams. Even if you fail 500,000 times, we just need one success. That's it. To start finding worth, to start standing up taller. And while we're doing this, with all the weight taken off of our backs, we can stand up taller, shoulders back, head held high, holding ourselves erect in a position of competence and success. And that is what needs to be done here. It's also not carrying everyone's everything. It's not saying, oh, I'll do it. Oh, I'll do it. Oh, I'll take it on. Oh, I'll just keep going. It's saying you need to hold on to and understand your path. So when we try to take away somebody's hardships and disappointments and angers and upsets and make their life easier, we find that it just doesn't work. The person still gets angry, still gets pissy, excuse the language, but they still get angry at us, and we can do more, and life isn't going the way I want to. And you feel kind of like Cinderella scrubbing the steps. It's like, how much more do you want me to do? And you're still going to complain about everything. And it's time to stop. It is time to stop. And to say, my dreams get to come true. I get to embrace them. Because we don't have the fairy godmother to come and change, pumpkins into carriages and rags into beautiful dresses. We just don't. And so here we put down what is smothering us. And we ignite our passion, our desire. And it brings us to embracing the very essence of who we are, of Aries. Determination, success, power, prominence, purpose. And it doesn't mean that you become the king of the world. It means that we look at who it is that we are and say, I rule one person, only one, and that's myself. And I rule me with dignity and respect. I look at what I need, I see my flaws, and I see my blessings. And I move forward in my truth. Because nobody gets to dictate my life for me. Claiming power, passion, fire, determination is everything. It brings us to the Queen of Pentacles. So you have the very essence of you at the root, Aries. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Success, prosperity, abundance, nurturing these seeds, seeing how we get to move forward, what we're planting within our lives. We become quiet developers of success. This isn't the time, though there is an inclination that we would like it to be, of telling everybody our good news, of saying, this is me, look, look, look. That's cool. But the more powerful way forward is to slowly and steadily build something of such a solid, beautiful foundation that when people discover what you're doing, they're blown away. And that's the planting of the seeds here. That's the weeding of the garden. That's the letting the prosperous nutrients become part of your life. And saying, this is what I'm creating for my future. And this is what I need for me. You're looking at the bigger picture. You're nourishing and developing yourself. Right? There is a sense of seeing the interconnectedness of things in a way that kind of weaves them together like a tapestry. That brings you to a bigger picture, a bigger understanding than you had before. And as you embrace this, you embrace your success, your visionary tendencies, okay? This protection of what needs to be in order to embrace the life that is wanted. The subconscious chakra message is the holistic self and holistic health. So this is the root chakra. And this is saying it is time to take a holistic approach. It is time to listen to the body, to listen to what your soul is telling you, and to embrace a way forward that is more naturally inclined to your brilliance, to your power, and to your understanding. Holistically, medically wise, vitamins, vitamin D, making sure we get fresh air out in the sun, things like this, so important. But also looking at the body and saying, what hurts me? What's happening here within myself? What do I need to address? And we can find, like I have, by slowing down and looking within, you find that you suffer from chronic pain, but you didn't realize it because it had been happening forever. And you had complained about it, but you got told, oh, it's all in your head, or, oh, just be quiet. And then you just learned to deal with it. So here, when we look at the holistic health, it's like looking at the body, looking at everything you need within your life, and saying, I'm not hysterical, I'm sick. Or I need to eat these foods, not these foods. I need to take care of me. And then making that a very powerful priority. It brings us then to the subconscious tarot message, which is Temperance. This is Sagittarius energy, November 22nd to December 21st. Balance, harmony, love, angels, guidance, this power coming forward, this respect, this understanding of dreams, this connecting of soul and of self that says, my soul needs me to listen to me, needs me to embrace myself holistically and truthfully, and then to embrace the balance, to embrace the harmony that can lead me in a direction I didn't realize could be mine, and lead me to a truth that, others might have laughed at and said, oh, that's a ridiculous dream. Why? Because it's not theirs? Because it doesn't conform? Be in balance with yourself, Aries, and you will start to see the doors exploding open for you. All right, Aries, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as the walls and the hurts and the pains that have held us back crumble and success is realized in a way that is profound and brilliant. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries.